Good morning. It's a beautiful Sunday morning, the Lord's Day. Got some nice corn coming up out here. The Indian corn, or white corn as you will, as you say. Start to get some grass up in it. This here's looking pretty good. They could use some rain. It got a little frost burn on it. And the popcorn is doing really good. So it's still got a little frost on it. But you can really roll that out through there. I mean, that is some thick popcorn there. This last row didn't do that well. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's a duck. Did a big owl or something catch one? Pretty sure that's a duck feather. Those are duck feathers there. Uh-oh. That's not good. Not good at all. Yeah, that's a duck. Oh, they be coming way out here anyway. I don't see no other feathers. But something got a hold of it. Gotta go up there and check. And let's see, it's just plastic over here. Yeah, it's plastic here. I'll get up there in just a minute. I'm gonna talk about sweet corn. While some of it is coming up, it's been a little over a week I planted this big spot of corn. We had that rain, and I probably should have run over it to pack the soil in on top of it. This row here looks pretty good, and it may be the dirt. But this one here got some skips in it. But up there closer to the house, it just ain't coming up. It may be the dirt, the ground. It's more, tends to be a little rockier and a different soil composition. But this here don't look bad. This makes me feel a lot better. But this looks pretty good. This done good last year. It was down here last year. I mean, you can see a little green. It's hard to see, but it's right up the road there. That makes me feel a lot better, because I thought I was going to replant it. I may have to do something else on the upper end. A different soil composition, all that. So, I see it's hard to tell on this one, even with my eyes. It's throwing right here. Yeah, there's still some up through there. It's just that corner up there. I mean, it just don't grow good tomatoes. It's just too rocky. This has got some in it. This seeds, any seed's expensive, but I really don't want to replant if I can help it. Give it a little bit longer. We got some rain chances this week. That's a curvy road there. But this, for the most part, looks okay down here. That makes me feel much better. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Dad's corn patch. He's using Obsession, and he double plants his rows, 2 close together, 4 foot and 2 and 4 and 2, and that way he can get the foil through there to pick it without knocking down rows. And it seems to do pretty good like that, especially if it's a dry summer. So yeah, that makes me feel better down up here, or down here. It's just, you can sort of see the soil changes right in here. Or I can. It may be harder for you to see, but right there, that little knoll, right in here, it changes composition. I grew beans there last year, done pretty decent. And if anything, if it don't grow the good corn, if corn don't come up good, then between the rows or whatever, or where corn was, I will just I'll plant some late beans there. Beans done pretty decent. last year. I got several bushels out of it. So I'm going to show you here. We got some tomatoes set out. This is a Better Boy tomato. I need to get some more cages. I'm out of cages. We got them all set up all throughout here and then coming back down this way. And there's some birds on the upper end, closer to the wood line there. Birds or a turkey or something cleaned out most of my corn back about 20 foot, 30 foot. I ain't gonna worry about that. If anything, we'll just take some sunflowers and put up here from the top of the road. Because the wood line, I've always heard if the trees, let me just walk up here. Now, I've always heard if you see the trees out over your garden, you can guarantee that's about where some of the bigger roots stop. And you got your little feeders out through here. So that's why I really didn't, we stopped planting about right here. The trees are gonna suck the moisture out of the ground. It usually does up here on this little knoll. Last year we had sunflower, year before we had sunflowers, we planted them, and then last year had a bunch of volunteers. So we'll probably just put something else out like that. Just something on the ground, you know. Build the soil back slowly. Give you a little pan around here. We're up here on the hill of the big garden. And over there, that's Dad's sweet corn patch. We're probably gonna put some more tomatoes down here. And there's my sweet corn patch over yonder, across the green space, green streak. And we've got popcorn first right here, and then the white field corn up there. So we're just gonna put sunflowers up here from like this spot right here, straight ahead, up to the wood line, just to give it something. And we may wait till after the sweet corn so we have more of a fall look up here. And then in the distance there is the bearded wheat that I put out last fall to help build that part of the soil over. That's bull tallard soil. And I just wanted to see how it would do. Actually, I planted it really too early, about the end of September, and it started heading out before it got cold. But the cold knocked it back, which was fine. I had to go through winter, but it's really doing really good. And I'm gonna try to harvest it by hand, not hand, but like with a hedge trimmer, and tie it in shocks. And I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'm gonna shell it, and we're gonna run it through the little corn grinder. We got that's a grinding plate if it'll make it small enough. And we're gonna see, I'm gonna see if I can make my own flour with it. I mean, that was less than a 50-pound bag of corn. I sewed it thick with a broadcast spreader, and then took a little chain link behind the golf cart and covered the seed. So lots of stuff going on. Well, there's 14 altogether. That means we're missing one or two. I ain't seeing none of them with missing feathers. I had a casualty from owl, hawk. There are bald eagles around. It may be laying somewhere, setting, you know, laying an egg. Now this is like a new project we're working on. Well, just started on it yesterday. But this is an old well house that was here. It's an old punched well my grandparents had put in many years ago. These little black totes, there's about 7 gallons. It wouldn't fill up one of them without losing prime. Well, we found out as I was pulling the line out yesterday, we pulled the pump. Some of the supply side had some cracks in it, so that could have been sucking air. And the pump itself, we had like 3 degrees around here a couple of winters ago. And we didn't have a light on, it froze and busted where the impeller is. Best we can tell, the line length is 75 feet and probably got 40-50 foot of water. But we don't know about the veins. So, one thing about it, it's a 4-inch well. And here recently I've seen online that they have 4-inch submersible 120 or 240 volt pumps. So we're going to look into getting one of those. Now if anybody knows where I can get one besides Amazon that's reasonably priced, let me know. I mean, today's economy, way as expensive as everything is, I mean, I like to buy American made, but I know that's going to be expensive. And since we don't know how the veins are feeding this thing, I'd probably just disregard that. Rather spend a couple $100 to see if it'd be worthwhile how the veins are, make sure they're not collapsed or shut. So yeah, just disregard that. I'm just going to get a cheap one for now. If it works really good, maybe upgrade later, the next time I have to get a pump. But right now, because we're mainly just going to be using it for watering the animals in the garden. I doubt we have enough pressure for the garden. So right there's the well. Like I said, it hadn't been used in at least 10 years, so whatever's crawling around in there. It had an old jet pump in it. It had a split back here in the back from cold weather. But you can see it froze and busted the impeller there. We'll be working on that. Get some new plastic pipe and a submersible and one with a control box, because I prefer everything external. So I ain't got to pull the pump, change the capacitor, because I do heating in there. I know capacitors don't last forever. And I'm 40 now, and it'll probably go out when I'm 50, and I ain't gonna feel like doing all that. So just put a control box out here and be done with it. All right, well, I hope y'all have a good day, and we'll see you on the next one.